What's a life hack that's so simple yet so effective, you're shocked more people don't know about it? When looking at recipes online, click the print link. This cuts out any unnecessary backstory and the random musings. You can also save the recipe as a PDF to your computer, or even just the link to the printable version. Create a routine before exercise. I do the exact same things every time I go to the gym. When I'm not motivated, those little pre-workout habits just trigger me into action. If you get something that comes with a unique charger/power cable, label it with what it's for. That's a good idea. Always write down momentarily good ideas. Don't lean on your memory. To increase your peace of mind, don't waste your time arguing with random strangers on the internet. No, you're wrong about that. If you're making coffee in an automatic drip coffee maker, especially a cheap one, leaving a little bit of water in the carafe, just about an ounce or so, will significantly improve the flavor. It prevents that first bit of brewed coffee from becoming scorched from the hot plate and flavoring the entire pot. Store cans of baked beans upside down so that you don't have to scrape them out from the bottom when you open the can. Or just open them upside down. You just blew my mind. If ordering something online, since places can fake a good review, only read the negative reviews. A bunch of complaining about shipping/damaged items/trivial shit is good, whereas multiple broke in the first week/won't charge/leaks means the product is shit. From working technical support for longer than I dare think about, most angry customers just want to be heard. Let them have their rant, do active listening, and make notes about what they're saying. They'll eventually run out of steam. Then, read back everything they talked about and go through it step by step. This works almost every time, and often they are thankful by the end of the call. My grandmother always said that if you feel terrible, get out of bed, take a shower, do your hair, put on some clothes, down to your shoes, and have a good meal. Either this will fix it, or you're dressed and fed and in a better place to deal with the problem. She was right. Hack 1. When you paint a room, remove the light switch plate. On the inside of the plate, write down the color of the paint you used and the brand. Great for when you need to repaint a spot a couple years later. Hack 2. After you wash and dry a set of sheets, put the top sheet, bottom sheet, and pillowcase all inside of one of the pillowcases. Then you have the whole set together in one neat little package and you don't have to look for the matching sheets and pillowcases. If you have an itchy mosquito bite, heat up a spoon under semi-hot water, like 40 to 50 C. Dry it off and tap or press on the bite. Just as short as you can tolerate it, but also for as long as possible. The heat dissolves the protein that makes the mosquito bite itch. Mosquito meister over here. If you're putting together furniture, leave all the screws a little loose. Finish the whole thing, place it where it's going to be, wiggle it so it settles into place, then tighten all the bolts. No wobble. If you want a comfortable pair of high heels, invest in a pair of dance heels. Lots of beautiful designs and colors, designed to be flexible and comfortable, worth every penny. Just make sure they're not felt soles if you plan on wearing them outdoors. A good quality pair from a company like Repetto are worth getting rubber soled if they aren't already. Your feet will thank you. Future you. Always do things throughout the day that will benefit future you. Future me hates current me at all times. Take the advice you find on the internet with a grain of salt. I'm extremely organized, but except where my keys were concerned. I lost them several times a week, then I saw the comedian John Richardson saying that people with keys are putters or leavers. I was a leaver, leaving my keys lying around, so I decided to be a putter. As soon as I get in, I put my keys straight into my bag. It seems so stupid, but it totally works and has saved me a lot of stress. That is a good shout. If you don't have a designated spot for your keys, you need to do that, otherwise you're definitely going to lose them. The act of showing up, again and again and again. We all want to do new stuff, or get better at things, or master something, etc. So we start, we try some, and then we quit because it's not easy, or the results are not showing up fast enough. My take, if it's something you really want, you just need to show up for it. Whatever it is, again and again and again. You will get better at it. At some point, things will get easier and the returns will start to compound. Show up and do your best. Again, again, and again. God, he loves saying that. And if you flop around, fail at it for a time, good. That's part of the process. The bump in the road you have to work around or through to get where you want. It's life forgiving you, molding you into that you that you want to be. Going to bed at a consistent time to get enough sleep. Really prioritizing it. It literally makes life so much better and easier. Health improvements in every aspect, both mental and physical. People live their lives chronically underslept and it causes all types of chaos in their lives. They think it's freedom to stay up late or go to bed whenever they want, usually covering up a cycle of revenge bedtime procrastination, where they are unbeknownst to themselves in an underslept zombie prison of their own making. I got no sleep last night, by the way. I feel like crap. Spending an hour finding something in your house, when you're done, put it in the first place you looked. That is a really good idea. If you work at a PC all day, turn the nightlight on constantly. I have it set to turn on 4 AM and turn off at 3 AM. It makes a huge difference to eye strain. After you get used to it, the other screens feel like you're looking at the sun. I set up one of my colleagues' PC the same, and a week later, she told me she had stopped getting headaches every day at 1 PM, which she had been going to the opticians for. Yeah, I just prefer dark mode. I hate the yellow fucking hue that it adds. Buy a bunch of the same style and color socks, and you never have to match socks again. I have a drawer with just socks. Every time I reach in and grab two, I have a pair of matching socks. Game changer. That's crazy. Sick of losing socks in the laundry? Wash them in one of those mesh garment bags. I never lose them, and it's so much easier to put them away when you're only sorting through them out of the bag than across the whole pile of shirts and whatever else out the dryer. Casseroles provide far more servings with far less cost and effort of many other dishes. Hang dry your shirts inside out to avoid the little shoulder horns. Windows key plus V brings up a clipboard of everything you've already copied. Far superior to Control V. Right, nerd. Do you have children that are yet to lose their teeth? Decide what the tooth fairy will leave under their pillow. $50, $2 bill, $2 bill? Is that a thing? I don't think that exists. $50, $2 bill, etc. I'm sure that is not a real thing. Go to the bank and get at least 20. Your kiddo's teeth will fall out at the most random and inconvenient times. Doing this will have you prepared. Journaling your work is the simplest of the methods to measure progress. It allows you to have the clarity to understand what happened when on a dispute with someone on this progress. Using the read aloud function in Word/Google Docs to proofread when you don't have anyone to help. It will mispronounce any errors with spelling or punctuation, making them easier for you to catch with tired eyes. When driving for long periods, turn off recirculating air. One of the reasons you get tired in the car is not from the lack of sleep, but from too much CO2 in the car. That's a bit fucking scary, isn't it? One of the reasons you get tired in the car, if you've ever been so tired driving home and when you get home you're no longer tired, it's because the lack of oxygen in the car, especially if you have passengers in the car. When running into and talking with someone, move away from the door or the middle of the aisle. Please, please. It hurts me that some people don't know how to do that. Zero self-awareness. When you finish a bath or shower, before toweling off, rub your hands over your body like a windshield wiper in a car to get off excess water. You brush off a ton of water, meaning there's less to towel off after and less dripping onto the floor. This takes only a few seconds and keeps your bathroom from getting soaked while you dry yourself with a towel. I actually do that just before I get out of the shower. It's fucking game changing. The 5-minute rule. If you have something that needs doing and it can be accomplished in 5 minutes or less, then why not do it immediately? I have the answer to that. ADHD. I have 20 of those things in only 10 minutes. When walking head-on towards somebody, to avoid the "are we going to crash into each other" dance, don't look at them to see where they're going. Fix your eyes on one of their shoulders and don't waver. They will then move in the other direction. There's a YouTube video showing you how to do that thing you don't know how to do. Stainless steel can remove the smell of garlic from your hands. When you rub your hands on stainless steel, the sulfur compounds in the garlic bind to the steel surface, transferring the smell to the metal. What do you do with the smelly steel? If you need to go to the bathroom in the night, cover one eye whilst you have the light on. Then, when you turn the light off, you have one eye in night mode so that you can see where you're going. That's literally what pirates used to do. If you have a glass wall shower and the shower head on a hose, take a few seconds after you finish washing yourself to hose down the walls. It stops the scum buildup and means you only need to attack the shower manually maybe once every 6 months. Squeaky clean glass for everyone. Unless you have hard water, then use a squeegee. I'm going to give 2 tips. 1. No is a full sentence and the only needed response to many requests or questions. Stop feeling the need to explain yourself. Occasionally, I reply with no thank you and end the conversation. Also effective. 2. I love a clean and tidy house but can be a procrastinator. When it's time to get things done with the house, I set my timer for 1 hour and clean the whole time. You'll be surprised how much you get done in a single hour. If you have a hard time reading on a computer screen, either physically or you don't enjoy what you're reading, / have a hard time reading that format, you can download an extension on your web browser that reads everything out loud to you. This is the only way I can digest long work emails or web articles. Saves me so much rereading. And giving your boss a cool accent makes their annoying requests more bearable. Or you just get us from Crosscut to read it for you instead. After making ramen that is presumably boiling hot, add frozen peas to cool it down and increase your veg count for the day. This is also a perfect way to cook frozen peas quickly so as not to leach out all the sugars. Other frozen veg can be added as well or instead, but some of them actually need cooking for a number of minutes, which won't be done in the bowl of ramen. To cut your whitening strips in half the long way, you don't really need to whiten the back, and folding them over your teeth usually makes them sensitive. You get double the strips for the same price. That voice in your head telling you bad stuff about yourself is not helpful. Someone put that voice there, and you can decide to disregard it and replace it with the useful stuff. I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.